Alright, today we'll be changing out the air filter, the engine air filter for this 2021 Subaru WRX STI. This is the limited model, but this applies to pretty much every STI um, from 2015 to 2021. You can see over here, this is the EJ257 engine. Have an STI strut bar. This is the engine compartment, and then over here, this kind of intake tube. This is the engine air filter box that we're going to have to actually pull out the existing engine air filter. The air duct goes into here, filters out some debris, air goes back into the engine. Pretty simple as that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the part number, and then I'll show you guys how to remove this area here. So I bought this air filter at the Subaru online website. This is part number 16546AA180, as you see there. You can also get this at the dealer. Right over here is the air filter. You can see it's wrapped in bubble wrap, but this is pretty much the paper filter that you're going to be taking out and replacing it with. It has a nice rubber seal on it. It's actually made from Denso, as you see there, and again, it's the same part number. Made in Japan, and it's really nice that you can actually get this. You could also buy directly from the densoproduct.com store, but I picked it up, directly from Subaru. So right over here, we're going to go ahead and take apart the airbox. It should be as simple as removing these two clips, and you should be able to slide this entire section out. Give it a little wiggle, and you can see that this is the air filter here. So I'm going to try to give a little bit room by removing this kind of air dam here. We have these plastic clips along the side. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those out. There's one. Just put that on the side there. And then over here, I'll take the other one out as well. There we go. So once that's removed, we're going to take this whole section out here. That should give us a little bit more room to slide this box out. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more room as well. We're going to take off this 10mm bolt on the side. It's like a little bracket that holds in the airbox. You just need to take off the little washer, or you just need to take off the little nut that sits on it. And it goes out pretty quick. I just want to make sure I don't drop it. And there it is. That should give us a little bit more room to swing this out. Alright, so I swung the box out of the bracket, so it gives me a little bit more room to pull out. And now I can pull out the filter. And you can see the filter is here. There's a lot of debris on it, and it's coming apart, so I'm going to go ahead and take it out real quick, and we'll compare it side by side. So while it is easy to do a quick filter swap, you can see a lot of the debris gets lodged behind there. So what I'm going to do is just quickly vacuum it and just make sure I get rid of everything. Alright, now that we vacuumed it, you can see there is very little debris in there. I got most of it out. It was covered in tons of debris and dust earlier, and now we're ready to compare the existing filters. Alright, so side-by-side comparison of the old versus new. You could see that the one on the right is the new one, and the old one is the one, obviously it's a little darker. Again, part number 16546AA180. And this is pretty much the bottom of the filter. This is where all that dust and debris had existed. I was very surprised of how much dust and debris this has on it. For right now I'm running about 15,000 miles on this car, so not a lot of miles, but you can see how dirty that is. You could visually see it, but just like it really gets into those fibers at the very bottom here, right at the very edge, as it kind of the two fibers touches together. You get a lot of debris there, and that's pretty much every fiber I check. It's pretty much dirty in its own way. and then right up top here, this is where the bottom was facing, where all the stuff I just vacuumed up. That's pretty much a pretty dirty filter. It probably could go for a few more 1,000 miles, but I'm going to go ahead and just replace it now. As you can see here, if I flip it back over, this is Denso again. Part number matches what I'm going to be replacing it with. Let's go ahead and take this new one and replace it. So as far as replacement goes, the direction I'm going to put it in is the rubber seal facing the cockpit of the car, and these fibers facing out towards the air duct. I'm going to put this Denso logo on the outer side of the car, because I'm just matching what I took it out as, and you had all that debris here, then you had the logo on this side, and then rubber gasket seal closest to the cockpit. In order to get more room, I'm just going to take the full bracket out. That way I have more room to just drop it in. So I'm actually going to try to remove the box so I can actually put a perfect seal on the filter. I could slide it in, but I don't really want to force it. It was easy to take it out, but it was a little harder to put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off that bolt over here. It's a 10mm bolt on the corner that's holding the box down. So I have a pretty long extension here just to fit in there. It's like a 10-inch and a 6-inch together. And that's just going to let me pull out this 10mm bolt. Alright, so we have that out. It was just the 10mm there. So there's just a lot more room to just kind of open up that gap. I'm sure you could do it without taking the 10mm out. I just needed more room. Totally up to you on how you want to do it. You could see over here there's just a lot more gap. I can open this up, and I can also make sure the seal is in there perfectly. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Let's get real close to it. So right over here you can see that now that it's out, I can actually spread this entire thing out pretty wide, and you could see just right over here gives me a lot of more room for that rubber seal just to fit in the corner there, because I had trouble just laying it flat when it was like that. So let's go ahead and put the filter back in. Alright, you can see that the seal's in now, and I pretty much can just connect those two here, the two clips. Perfect. So I'm just going to bolt up the box now. I had that 10mm on the corner there. We're just going to put it back. That's on tight. Alright, so now I'm going to put the filter bracket back. As you get a little closer, this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do is just line up this hole and just drop the bracket in the two holes here that are coming out of the chassis, and then the little connection from the airbox. And you're just going to use washers to secure them in place. One washer there. Put another one here. And the last washer is just connecting the box together. So I have a quick 10mm wrench here. Just going to use that to tighten it across. Alright, it's on tight. Just double check here. Yep, it's good. And last but not least, we're going to just put the air duct back. I took that out earlier just to get a little bit more room. It's as simple as reinserting it right over here. Slides on real easy, and then you just put the clips back on. The clips are located at these two holes here. It's just as simple as just dropping it in and just making sure it's down in place. Same here. There you go. So that's it. That's how you change out an engine air filter for the 2015 to 2021 Subaru WRX STI. If you remember what I did, I took out this air dam. I actually took out this bracket because it just makes it a lot easier. You're going to flip off these metal clips here, and I also took out the 10mm bolt on the back corner. That way I can actually have full access to maneuvering this box. There might be simpler ways to do it, but I just wanted to take everything I could out just so I can clean and vacuum underneath as well. Hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching.